So love to start out with exploring. We know that in ABM, from standard theories, there's a one-on-one, there's a one-on-view, and a one-to-many. Let's debate a little bit, and I know like last night, Roger, we were talking a little bit about that. In your view, you were saying that one-to-many is not ABM. Yeah. Love to further explore into that.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun panel. So in my experience, I'm talking about from clients that we worked with, the most successful way to implement ABM is first to realize that ABM sucks. It is a very, very difficult and very qualitative and quantitative approach to marketing. And then variations of ABM have developed from the original ABM, which is one-to-one, like how do we personalize content, how do we tailor content to we'll talk about ideal customer profiles, but for your customer profiles that you want to target. And then from that, it's developed into one-to-few and one-to-many, which working with a lot of our clients, we realized that it's just a watered-down version of what ABM truly was meant to be, right? Like everyone wants to do ABM, but no one wants to kind of put in effort to analyze data sets of your customer profiles, whether it's in whatever platform that there is. And a lot of what we've done for clients is we've taken the ideal customer profile base, we've done data analysis inside their systems, and we found that their ideal customer profiles are not really, they're more ideal than actual customer profiles. They're more idealized by what you want as a company to be working with. Everyone wants to work with Disney, everyone wants to work with Spotify, Googles of the world, but what is your actual customer profile base that you're gonna try to target, and how do you devise content around it? So one-to-few and one-to-many were iterations that came up from my experience, iterations came up to have a more watered down approach to what true ABM originally was.
Yeah, I think, you hear the term fishing with spears and not nets. That's the common analogy for what ABM actually is. But what we're seeing is, to Raj's point about ideal customer profile, one to many, one to few, we were debating over dinner last night. Yeah. An ideal customer profile could be a deceiving term. We were joking. My ideal house is a $25 million house in Malibu. So your ideal customer.
My ideal customer is Google,
right,
or Disney.
Right,
I would love to work with them. So would everyone else.
But really, I think we want to figure out what's the ideal fit, the customers that can actually buy in market, in your total addressable market, that you've proven that you can sell to, versus just if you build it, they will come. It's not always true.
And then how do you make iterations to that, right? And so just like buyer personas, back when I started about maybe 12, 13 years ago, and buyer personas was huge, people would do a buyer persona exercise, and those buyer personas would never change, even though time has changed, technology has changed. And the same thing with kind of like ideal customer profiles. What we've noticed as working with our clients and kind of implementing ABM strategies, because everyone wants to implement ABM strategies, is that your ideal customer profile and your basis is going to change based off on what the market is doing. So if you have an idealized version of who your customer base is, more than likely, even that idealized version is going to change over time, just based off on the data that's being collected, based off on technology that's coming through. And one of the main things with implementing a really good ABM strategy is looking at those environmental changes as well as your company changes and changing that profile to fit as time kind of goes by.